Hello, Paper Guy here, back with another replay review. This time we have a team game. I was requested to look at this game by the team of Fubar, who is playing the Roos, Muffin Top, who's English Orange, and Neon Dynasty, who is playing the Teal English. And they felt like they were like winning this game, and then they lost it. They even mentioned specifically like a point in time when they felt like they had the game in the bag and they don't know what happened. So this is a 59-minute or 54-minute game. We won't watch the whole game. It's a very long time. And usually you can figure out within the first 20 minutes of the game what went wrong and why you didn't win the game. So that's what we're going to really focus on. Since this is a team game, I'm going to focus less on individual actions and more of just generally what I see you guys trying to do and if you're executing it well enough. I will probably zoom in on one person just to see their opening moves and describe like how they could have done it better. So since we have two English players, let's do Fubar here, or not Fubar, Muffin Top here on the orange. My first piece of advice is generally in team games, you don't want to have multiple of the same civ. If you both like playing English, and so you want to do, go for it, but just generally it's good to have a mix of civs. So I kind of think about what each civ's really good at. English is good at doing 2TC or all in with Council Hall and is your ranged. Longbows, crossbows, hand cannoneers with the speed boost make them some of the best range in the game. You have Fubar, who can be your cavalry, has good knights, has good horse archers, has upgrades for their knights, can also do 2TC, can do Streltsy and Imperial as well, so it's another really strong range, and can also be the siege. The Imperial siege is one of the best in the game. So then you want something that kind of fills the gap. So what would be some good examples? HOE would be a great example of a civ that has really good infantry, or can fast castle. Japan, similar. Japan has really strong infantry, can also fast castle, but can also do a 2TC if they want. So like potentially think about having one of you test other civs to kind of like round out your team would be my suggestion. All right, let's open it up. This is Rocky River. The thing to know about Rocky River is it's a very big map. And all the food's in the center areas, though it looks like on these larger 4v4 maps, there's more food kind of halfway to the center, and then food in the center, and then halfway back. So a little bit different than the 1v1 map. Your opening looks pretty good. The one thing is that you don't need a villager on wood, so you don't need to do any wood at all until you age up. This one villager on wood is just delaying things. Like this one villager on wood should be on gold, so you should do 7 on food, 3 on gold, and then rally to food until you age up. Roos just rallied to wood. And see, he's doing it right, so I don't understand why you did the one to wood. If you're like, well, I just like a little wood trickle. Doing just win one villager isn't really going to affect it that much. It's better to just get the age up started and then move 4 or 5 villagers to wood as you are aging up. I'm interested to see, are you guys going to be aggressive? Are you going to be very boomy? On these larger maps, I know people tend to just love to trade instantly, but there's a lot of power in being very aggressive early. See, look how delayed your age up is. You're hitting 200 gold. You have to hit 200 gold, and you could have aged up faster if you'd been 3 on gold and then more on food. So you're aging up. See, your buddy's already aging up. Everybody's already aging up, and now you're aging up 8 to catch up, which is extremely inefficient. Now, aging up 7, once again, very inefficient. You won't be able to do anything once you age up because you have so few villas gathering resources. I'm not a big fan of going barracks if you don't have to. I guess you do because you have an opponent English who's running knights, but the other two opponents, English and Zushi, would very much want to run their own ranged. And if they go Palace Guard, Zushi, or Spear, Men at Arms, English, your best bet is just longbows. So if you're working together as a team, I would trust the Roos player should be the one making the front line with pure knights. And then you and your other English player are going pure longbows. And if you do that combo, you will beat most anything if you just get enough longbows. But building a barracks, one is just, it burns wood at the start here. Once again, very inefficient. It just burns wood, and you don't even want to make that many. Like if you did something where like maybe you did a king, did pure men at arms, and the other English player did pure longbows, that makes sense. But you're both doing a spearman opening, which that's like a 1v1 opening. You're in team games. You're gonna have teammates that have units that support yours. So why are you wasting this wood on spears that you might not need? Like if you're both making lots of longbows, you'll kill the opposing player anyway. So what I like is this early scouting. You guys each need to commit to scouting the person across from you. and see what they're opening with. That's really important. Are they going to TC? Boom, English Spring going to TC. Are they going early trade? Are they rushing castle? Are they making units? So like it looks like he's gonna make units. He'll probably make units because he's French, he's JD. So the thing you want to consider is if you have an opponent who's going to TC like he is, but you're all going all in, then you have an opening here because he has to drop a second TC and then start making units that will take time. So you could immediately push an opponent, which from what you described the game to be, it feels like that's going to be the Zushi player. I like how you're immediately rallying across the map. I like the aggressiveness. Don't wait, just rally across the map. You have the advantage here. I like how you're meeting up. So immediately I see the teal player is beelining it to Zushi. You know that him getting the meditation gardens here, you can attack that immediately. I like that. But imagine this alternate universe. Instead of having the barracks, you had dropped a blacksmith. And then you're instantly dropping your ram. While your buddy doesn't drop a blacksmith and he just makes pure longbow. So you're kind of the designated ram dropper. So you have less units, but your buddies are backing you up with their own units so that you guys can do a very, very quick attack that puts your opponents on the back foot. That would be my vision for this. You really want to scout with these units so you know what you're seeing here. Here comes Teal with the scout. Let's clutch. Shoot him off the food here. Shoot him off the food here. Exactly off the gold. Okay, here's what you need to do. So you sit here and you need to shoot all of these sheep. Immediately target fire each one of these sheep because you don't want him to move the sheep back under TC. If you target fire all these sheep, that's all of his food. Look at this. No more food. Dunzo. And once again, imagine if you had seen that opening and rushed up the blacksmith instead of the barracks, you could easily be dropping a ram right now. And you could take out this village and then immediately push in and just do a very like quick attack. Because red just dropped the second TC, dropped it super passively too. So like all his resources are still open. He's still gathering stone, which is interesting. Blue is getting his first night out and is wasting time getting chivalry. And so if pink just matches with his own knights, you guys will be fine. So he's crossing right now. This looks very good for you guys. I'm wondering where the mistake comes in. To me, it feels like you're just not being early aggressive enough. But snipe all these sheep when you have a chance so you can't keep the food. I like how you're catching red coming across to try to support. So actually the question you ask yourself is where could he get resources? So he needs gold. It makes sense he'd slip out to this gold, this gold, this gold. So you'd want, since pink has like 1,000 scouts, pink should be the one who sends a scout around the backside, just patrolling from this spot to this spot. Like he can put his scout on patrol D and patrol from this food to this gold, and he will catch villagers crossing. Look, he's already eking out for food here. And if pink catches his food villagers out here, knights, that's it. It's game over for purple. This is like his last desperation send out here. And if you can catch that, knowing all his food's here, like he has to go somewhere for food, you can guess he's going on one of the food sources that you scouted, which you scouted. But this is the point of doing really solid scouting here. And then as he's sending two knights through the backside, you and teal and orange need to stay very close together to cover each other, because here comes Jeanne d'Arc's units, and the thing you should really do is focus fire Jeanne d'Arc. That's your goal. Where are your spearmen? Okay, right here. You want to make sure your spearmen are here from the knights. Help, 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 help. So you guys are really slow on helping each other on that attack. And so you're seeing a lot of cavalry, right? So now this is when you need to start making good spears. But no archers. Pink, no archers, no archers. Think about what your allies have. Your allies are pure longbows. You need to be just all knights. Pure knights, and your eco needs to be set up for knights. But you don't have enough food. Why? Because you're on berries. Berries suck. Berries are the worst food resource you can be on. Instead, go be on the hunt. Go be on the boar up here, or this hunt up here. Like, get on the hunt. The berries are such an awful food resource for you, and are really slowing down your ability to make knights. So get off the berries, get on the hunt. That's my push for you, Pink, in this moment, because your guys' early aggression here is really vital. Now we're getting the ram down. Kill the village first. But if you're wondering why purple's not dying, it's because he's back here. You got to scout the other resources. Look, he's on stone down here. So he's on stone and he's on food. I'm guessing he's going to drop a quick second TC and then try to boom up with that. because he can get cheap farms. You guys are not checking. You're viewing this as the only attack point where he has this entire backside that you haven't cut off. A few knights, a few longbows completely shut this down, and then purple is actually dead. It's like you guys didn't anticipate that if you push him off a resource, he has to go somewhere else. I mean, ask yourself what you would do. If you were in his position, what would you do? You would run back to the food resources on the back. It just makes complete sense. And you have this scout here, you're not checking. So to me, that's the biggest one right there. Alright, you guys, as long as you guys keep making units, you're fine. But once again, pink making archers, bleh. That is a big ugh from me. No. Second, you even got the deer harvesting upgrade, but you're not even on deer. If you're on berries, you need wheelbarrow and horticulture. Horticulture affects berries and farm gathering, and wheelbarrow just helps with everything. So you should have got wheelbarrow. You're not even on the hunt. So that's, once again, feedback for you. Muffin, you're generally spending your resources, but you keep making longbows too. Don't just make spearmen, make longbows too. What upgrades did you get? You also want to get arrow attack, especially playing against knights. Steeled arrow is very, very, very important. You also want to get double rod axe. You got wheelbarrow, that's great, but like just start adding your resources as you get gold. Sealed arrow, double rod axe, things like that. Good, he's getting sealed arrow. I'm like, you didn't double up on siege engineering. Only one of you needs to be making rams. Got that. Got wheelbarrow. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. But this could go wrong if you guys separate too much. So you notice how now attacking from this side's kind of a dead end. Because he doesn't have anything else right here. Everything else he's building behind. And that's where this is going to go wrong. You're not checking his other stuff. You're just letting him build boom back here. Like, it almost would have been more effective if you had just ran up and started attacking red. Like, all of red's wood villagers are right up here on the front. His gold is exposed. Blue's also pretty exposed. Gold, wood, like, they're all exposed. So it actually would have been better for you if you had just gone to a different opponent. Instead, you guys are sitting here. I understand if English players don't want to move. I get that. But pink, it is your job as the knight civ, as the cav civ, to be checking all the resources around to be able to keep them off resources. Do not dive into... No. You do not dive TC until you have 3 rams. You need 3 or more rams attacking this TC before you can even consider diving. This is just going to be you throwing away units for no reason. What happens is if you throw away units, these knights are super valuable. The second the knights disappear, that's when red and blue dive. Ooh, we're really on this tower. I forgot about that too. The tower should have been here way sooner. Orange, you should have tower. Teal, you need a tower for your attack speed. That's really, really important. And see, he's doing the right thing. He's making horsemen just to dive the battery ram real fast. If all these 3, if you had waited for 5 rams and get them together, this would be done by now. And remember what I said, the second you separate, you die. Look at this. Separate, here come the knights. Boom. Dead. Here come the longbows, and now your John Dark is dead. Because you left the safety and the confines of this area. Not only that, Muffin, once again, your lack of unit production is really, really killing you. You should always be making longbows with a few spearmen here and there, but just you should already have a second archer range. You should be just sending longbows like crazy with the steel tip arrow upgrade. I don't know why you're getting stunned. Oh, so you noticed the second TC. That's great. You can't go off on your own. Because if they're fighting together as a group and you're fighting 2-on-3, you're gonna die. So if you're gonna commit to this push on this TC, you should have stayed up here. The separation. No. It's asking for you to get cut off and killed. Just like that happened up here. They're waiting for an opportunity, and you can't give them that opportunity by splitting. But the consistent unit production is key. No consistent production from pink. Teal's making production. Let's look at your opponents. Not. Like, he has a lot of resources he could. Not. Yes. And what I'm meaning by that is if you guys just make units consistently, you're definitely going to win. But if you stop making units consistently, that's where you give an opening. And now you're realizing this, but this is not late. But check the resources. If you're really going to commit to this separate attack, just drop a ram. Like 2 rams, you kill that secondary TC, no problem. It's very, very weak. So what'd you notice? Your attack didn't quite finish the job. You lost a lot of units. You lost a lot of units, and now you're starting to get cleaned up. Why? One, Pink didn't completely commit to knights. He made some archers. If he should just be all knights, all knights. Second, if Orange had taken part in this attack, front here, that makes the difference. He can kill Vils, he can make another ram and attack here. That TC falls way faster. It might still fall, but the amount of damage you're taking is huge. Jean's just eating up XP. Pink lost all of his knights. Orange is now going to push this thing solo, and he's going to get cleaned up by all his enemy units that are sitting right here. I'm calling it right now. Gets that down, that's great. And here's the thing. If you got that down, well, I got you, that's not the game over now in team games. And you still have to get this one down too. But I mean, like, if you just been together, like, I still hold, if you just been together, this would have ended up so much better for you. Okay, you've been separating units right now, which is a big problem. So this feels good, Ryan, right? But like, look at your opponent's mass. You have 24 units. 7. 44. Good job, Teal. But Teal has been not making. Teal's been forgetting to make villagers. He's at 35. That's not good. 27. 0. 17. So, but that 17 is horsemen? So, how do you guys lose this? So, whenever you finish an opponent like this, you need to basically check everywhere. Check every resource, because he's probably hidden his villager somewhere. So check every single resource and see if you can figure out where he is. The thing is that the speed that it happened and the amount of losses you took. Like, now Pink has no knights. And Teal's still pretty good on units, but it's just the losses you took were unnecessary, I think, is the thing for me. So is Metzi, so how does it work for team games? Is he out? No, he's not. But you know this TC's here, so this TC needs to die. And then you need to check every resource, even near your own base, because there's a chance he is hiding villagers somewhere. So that's just a general thing you should do. Like, have 2 longbows, just shift click to every single you know, resource around the map. But you really need to go down and kill this TC. Did you not do that? Oh, you guys forgot about the TC. That's not good. So now, Muffintop's rushing castle. I don't know why. I'm sure that's helpful, but you might lose momentum rushing castle here. It's actually potentially better. Well, Red's about to rush castle too. So the thing is, Red's eco is very, very good. He's 2 TC, farm setup, lots of production. So if he gets the white tower up, like, so Red has 81 villagers, blue 45, but like, look how much better Red's income is. So even though you just killed Zushi, Red's income is twice that, doubles up 2 of your players. So it's basically like you guys, 2 of you together are, like, the 2 English players, eco is as good as Red's eco. That's where this really comes down to, is that while this attack on Zushi took so long, that allowed Red to boom. He's now worth 2, and now he can fight both of you at the same time because your guys' eco is bad. Teal was so concerned about making units, he wasn't making villagers, which you need to do both. And Muffin, you're now dropping a 2nd TC, but you also were consistently making units, and now you're going castle, but your eco's a lot worse than Mammy's. So if I say why it didn't end, why the game didn't end, quote unquote, it's because his eco is set up to take this the distance. Okay, I'm almost out of time. Let's see how this ends. White tower is right where he needs to. Pink doesn't have enough knights to take this fight, and also you guys are right in front of the white tower, so you can't take that fight. Blue's knight production is super high. 27, which is half knights, half horsemen, and Jeanne d'Arc is level 3, which is huge for him. Purple's dropping another TC, so honestly, it's like, he's fine. Like, he's gonna boom back into this if you guys don't realize this. And so this is where it really comes down to, is now you have 2 players who have the military of 3, while you guys took way too many losses finishing that game. You took way too many losses, and now you guys are trying to catch back up here. Oh, these villagers. Oh, these villagers should not live. And now you're gonna go to this castle game, and English is so good at just delaying the game to Castle Imperial, and now Zushi's gonna boom back up behind this, and that's where the game gets away from you guys, because now you're outboomed. Is how this, I think this goes, and oh my god. Teal, you didn't put, oh my, okay, here's my lesson for you, Teal. Your white tower needs to protect your resources. Where are all your farms? Where is your TC? You're predicting the gold here, but it would have been better if the white tower was here. Or really, this farm should not exist here, and the white tower should be here. Predicting the gold, all your farms, and sets up future farm expansion. So you have to really be thoughtful about where the white tower goes. See, this white tower is better. Covers the farms. Hypothetically, kind of covers the gold. But like all the farms can be put around here, and you're good to go. So yeah, that's why I'm gonna watch this game. I guess you guys go back and forth and becomes a Castle Imperial game. But I think your main focus is, I liked your all-in. I thought that was good. Where you guys were insufficient is, 1, the speed at which you started the attack. So i.e. you doing barracks, so you're really slow on getting a blacksmith up and getting the first ram. 2, not having Pink with his cav cover the resources in the back and make sure Purple doesn't get to leak out and grab more resources so he can stay alive. And then the commitment to your guys' comp. So, you know, Roos, pure cav. One of the English players should go pure longbow, and the other one does more spear and some longbow, and maybe like lots of men at arms too. But I'm telling you, if you just get enough longbows, you'll kill everything. But yeah, that's where the game really came down to, because you thought you killed Purple, but Purple kept this TC alive. He's getting a second TC. He's gonna start getting farms back here, and he's fine. So. Yeah, I hope that was helpful to you. Let me know if you have any questions, and good luck on your games.